Mabuhay! I'm Edison Marquez, 28, from the city of Lucena. I am now taking up my master's degree in Sacred Heart College, major in social science. I am part of DepEd Quezon for 7 years. I am now teaching in San Isidro National High School. I would like to be part of your team. Good afternoon, everyone. I will be your teacher in understanding culture, society, and politics. Before we discuss our new topic in this afternoon, allow me to solicit your thoughts about when you hear the word change. What are the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear that word change? Anyone? Very good. As the famous saying goes, change is the only things permanent in this world. This means change is inevitable. We cannot avoid change. It is an enduring force that affects the different sectors of the society. It can either be in a political, economic, technological, scientific, cultural, or social. In this different sector, we can notice and observe the different changes happen in our society. And as part of the society, we need to embrace and to adopt those changes in order for us to move forward, in order for us to be a better one, and in order for us to understand the society. So before we understand the different concept of change, let us first tackle what is the meaning of social change. So anyone in this group can share their idea about social change. What is your thought about this one when we say social change? Okay, very good. Social change is any shift in various of the society. May it be large-scale transformation in social structure, meaning we can observe the social change in a large transformation, in a large innovation. Just for example, in the different scale of transformation in terms of social structure, for example, the innovation of the transportation, the build program of the government is one of the best example of social change. In terms of culture, we can observe change in the behavior of the Filipino from the different era up to now, most especially the attitude of the family, di ba? Kasi noon ang pamilya talaga is ino-honor na ang father dun lang he will be the one who will provide to the family. But today, as part of the change in our culture, even a mother can help the father to provide the needs of the family. It's part of the social change rather in culture. Next is in institution. We can observe the change in institution. For example, is the innovation of the curriculum. Before, we only have the basic education. But since we need to adopt the changes regarding the education, we change the basic education to K-12 education. So this is part of social change. And of course, the very relevant and timely in this situation is the new normal situation of the education, because we are in the middle of pandemic. So that's we don't allow the face-to-face classes. That's why we have like this one, distant learning. So this is part of the social change. And on the other hand, we can observe social change in a small scale in local meanings and interaction is considered as social change. So now, let us talk about social change in the Philippines. For the past 20 years and more, the Philippines has experienced social change. For example, the Filipino family, where family, which is considered as the smallest or the basic unit of the society, has undergone a lot of changes in terms of family tradition, family setup, and family values and attitudes. So in this, we can observe changes. Just like what I mentioned a while ago, before only the head of the family is the only one who can provide for the needs of the family. But in this time, mother can help the father to provide the family. Di ba? Dati, ang mga babae, dun lang sila sa gawaing bahay. Pero ngayon, pwede na sila saan mang larangan. Sabi nga nila, kung kaya ng lalaki, kaya din ng babae. So this is one example of social change in the Philippines. Can you give your own example about the social change in the Philippines aside from the things that I mentioned a while ago? Okay, very good. So since it possess that all of you are understand the lesson very well, let us now proceed to the different causes of the social change. What do you think are the causes of social change? Anyone? Okay, very good. So the first thing that can cause of social change is the technology. We all know naman na we are living in the modern world. All of us as engaged in a different technology. So for the past years, improve the technology has made the lives of the people on earth easier. Many have been used to the internet, just like browsing the internet for the research, for the assignment, or for just surfing the net for the social media is part way of using technology. And some factory use technology in order for us to provide more products than before. So we can admit that because of the technology, we cannot imagine the living without it. So dahil nga sa tulong ng teknolohiya, mas naging mabilis yung buhay natin. Mas naging produktibo. At the same time, meron din naman itong disadvantage because most of the people nowadays are very dependent on the technology. Just like the millennials or the generation C, ay very dependent sa use of technology. So, they always think that technology has also a limitation. So, kailangan natin lang ito gamitin ng tama, na maayos. Nang sa ganun, wala itong maidulot na masama sa atin. Hindi naman masama ang pagkakaroon ng makabagong teknolohiya. Nasa atin ito kung paano natin ito gagamitin. Okay, let's proceed to the next one is social institution. So, in social institution are established sets of norms and subsystem in society. Society is composed of different sectors, and each sector carries out of a specific task. Each also has different responsibilities that contribute to the normal functioning and maintaining stability of society. So we can observe the change in different social institutions, just like in the education. Dati ang pagiging teacher is sa lalaki lang. Sa babae lang. But now, pwede na rin ang lalaki because we have a gender equality. Hindi na tinitingnan kung ano yung iyong gender pagdating sa trabaho. Tinitingnan na dito is kung ano yung qualification mo. And this is good thing about change. Kasi kung hindi nagkaroon ng pagbabago dito, baka ang maging stereotype ng mga tao is kapag babae ka, sa bahay ka lang, yung mga lalaki ang magtatrabaho. So, hindi magkakaroon ng development growth yung iba, particular na yung mga babae, kasi meron tayong ganong mentality. But because of this change and set of norms, nagkaroon ng pagbabago sa ating society at it will give good impact naman for us. The third causes of social change is the environment. A change in the environment will also affect the people and the society. It is reasonable to say that individual and the environment affect each other. There are so many innovation, transformation in terms of use of the different technology that makes our life easier. Ang daming mga na-evento ngayon, mga makinarya na nakatulong para mas maraming produkto yung magawa natin. At maraming mga subdivision or mga gusali ang ipatatayo. Pero on the other hand, meron naman nawawala or meron naman nasisira, and this is the environment. Let always remember na hindi porket gusto natin ng pagbabago ay sisirain na natin ang environment. We need to take our responsibility na pangalagaan din ang ating environment, ang ating kalikasan. Kasi dahil din sa pagbabago ng ating dahil sa mga pagbabago ngayon, maaari natin mapabayaan yung ating kalikasan. At kung hayaan natin mangyari ito na mawala ang mga benepisyo na kukuha natin sa kalikasan, maaari tayong maghirap. Maaari ito makaroon ng masamang epekto sa ating buhay. Just like sa mga natural disaster, kung hindi natin bibigyan pansin na lilimitahan yung pagputol ng puno kasi gusto natin ng pagbabago, we would like to put more establishment dun sa mga gubat, gawin natin siyang subdivision, gawin natin siyang palitan natin siya ng mga puno, ng mga building rather, ay maaari pa rin yung makasama sa atin. Let's always remember that everything in this world has a limitation. Huwag natin abusuhin. At limitin natin yung pagkakataon na binigay sa atin sa tama paraan. Nang sa ganon, ay maging maganda ang epekto nito. So I hope na meron kayong natutunan at nalaman sa ating maikling pagsasama ngayong hapon na ito. And because of that, alam ko na meron kayong natutunan, ay bibigyan ko kayo ng isang regalo. At ito ay ang assessment. So meron lamang, I only have 2 questions, and you are going to write your answer in a one whole sheet of paper, and you will since we are in a distant learning, I would like you to submit it in our Google Classroom. So the first question is, how could technology brings about social change? I will repeat. How could technologies bring about social change? And number 2, how will you explain that change is the only permanent thing in this world? I will repeat. How will you explain that change is the only permanent in this world? So I think it's already time. So thank you so much for your generosity, for having me here. So God bless po. Salamat.